Okay, so we are taking notes on volume of a cylinder. We know what a cylinder looks like. We know that a cylinder is really a circle prism. And since it's got bases of circles, we just review one more time that the area of a circle is pi times radius times radius. We know exact uses the pi symbol and the approximate uses 3.14. And we've done that so many times, we're just going to leave that at that. Now we're going to talk about what volume is, and we know already that volume is an inside measure. You don't have to draw a picture, but the volume of a cylinder is essentially what I say, the pop in the can. The amount of liquid that would fill a cylinder container. That's the volume of a cylinder. And just like before, volume always has cube units. Just like our area of a prism formula was, or volume of a prism formula was area of base times height, we have the same formula for volume of a cylinder, area of the base times the height. But here's the thing, the base of a cylinder is always a circle. So the area of the base is always pi r squared. And then we're going to multiply that by the height. So our formula for volume is area of the base times height, which is pi r squared times height. So if I come over here and I look at this cylinder, I might say, oh, okay, the radius is 8. Therefore, the exact area of the base is pi symbol times 8, or 64 pi inches squared. Height connects the two bases. So the height that connects my two circles is 15. For volume, my formula says area of the base times height. So 96 pi times 15 is 64 pi times 15 is 960 pi inches cubed. Exact. If I switch to approximate here, this one's a sideways one, but I should still be able to see that the radius is 7. Approximate area of the base, 3.14 times 7 times 7 is 153.86 inches squared. Height connects the two bases, so that's 28. And again, I'm going to multiply the area of the base times the height. You don't have to write that down. You could just put that in your calculator. It's a pretty big number, 4308.08 inches cubed. And you would leave all those decimals. Area of the base times the height. And then we'll just try it one more time. One more exact and one more approximate. So here it says diameter is 8, so we know radius is 4. I prefer exact myself. I think it's a little bit easier to use the pi symbol instead of the 3.14, right? So area of the base is 4 times 4, or 16 pi inches squared. The height connects the two circles, so that's the 24. And then the volume is 16 pi times 24. Again, that'll probably be a big number. I'd have to go on my calculator. It turns out to be 384 pi inches cubed. Remember, exact uses the pi symbol. One more approximate over here, the radius here looks like 20, and don't forget the units, millimeters. So 3.14 times 20 times 20, times 20 times 20 is 1256 millimeters squared. Height connects the two bases, so 15 millimeters. And then area of the base times height. Area of the base times height, again a big number, 18,840 millimeters cubed. Right? 18,840 millimeters cubed. The last ones are again like when we kind of work backwards, and you're either going to multiply or divide. Each time I like to write out the formula. Volume is area of the base times height. They said the area of the base was 32 pi. They said the height was 4. So the volume is 128 pi inches cubed. 128 pi inches cubed. I'm just going to multiply. The next one, volume, is area of the base times height. I like to write it out each time. I can tell that this one's approximate, right? Because it has the decimals. I don't need to write the units. I can just say 75.36 equals 12.56 times the height. And I'm going to divide both sides by 12.56. 12.56. And you don't even have to show that dividing, right? You could just do that on your calculator and get the height is 6 and then add back in the centimeters. The last one we have to do a little bit more work, and it didn't tell me if it was exact or approximate, but I like exact, I like exact, so I'm gonna do pi symbol times radius, or 16 pi meters squared. Volume is area of the base times height. I just calculated that that was 16 pi. It said the height was 5, so if I multiply that together, I get the volume is 80 pi meters cubed. So it's the same formula we did before for volume of a prism, but now with volume of a cylinder, the only difference is that the circle is the base. So that area of the base is pi r squared. Exact is pi symbol, and approximate is 3.14.